Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Ariel Helwani recently suggested that Dana White is attacking the media as a way to deflect the issue of fighter pay. Here's what Ariel had to say.
Point is, don't be fooled by the deflection. That's all. And ultimately, people can say what they want about, the state of fighter pay and whatnot. What I just find most comedic is it's always a deflection. It's always just talking about how stupid this guy is, what kind of a scumbag this guy is, all this like vitriol and animosity and hatred about people just doing their job like everyone else in this sport, doing their job. It's this whole big hamster wheel. Without the media back in the day, and Dana himself has said it on the UG, the media kept the sport alive on the internet, but now the media, they're the enemy and they're the scumbags and they're this and they're that. Everyone had a part. And of course, more people invested, the Fertittas invested money, all this. Everyone had a part. Now the media are the bad guys. We've been the bad guys for 10 years. It's cool. But don't be blinded by the deflection is all that I will say. If you think, like, you sit there and you hear Dana talk about boxing is dead. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk are going to make more money than, the entire roster on Saturday. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury and Dillian White made more money than the entire roster. Tyson multiple times more money than the entire roster.
In a recent interview, Ali Abdelaziz spoke about Kamaru Usman, discussing his upcoming movie, and calls him the best fighter he's ever managed. Here's the clip.
Honestly, I know a couple guys who's trying to get on this movie. His African brothers, I think Israel and Francis. I got a hold of somebody and I got a hold of the producer and the guys who make the decision, and I sat down and I convinced him. My friend, one of my friend, helped with that, Brad, and we sat down with them and made it happen, and it was worth it. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of begging, but Kamaru did an audition. They loved it, and they put him on the movie.
At Dominance MMA, you have managed some of the greatest, many of the greatest fighters of all time. Triple C, Khabib, Kamaru. Who is the greatest fighter that you have managed?
It's very hard, man. And if you talk about winners, Cejudo, 2-division champion, defended 2-weight division, right? Khabib, undefeated, never lost, barely lost in a round. But when you talk about Kamaru, for me, Kamaru, at the welterweight, one of the hardest division in the UFC, he beating these guys, and he's sticking around. He's sticking around. He's 35, sticking around. You can say Khabib a little bit retired early. You can say Henry retired a little bit early, right? Right now, man, it's tough, man. It's tough. I love all of them. Everybody know how close I am to Khabib and how I love him. I love Kamaru too, but right now, the way Kamaru is doing it, I don't think anybody's doing it the way Kamaru is doing it.
Justin Gaethje gave his opinion on the upcoming fight between Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev.
And of course, you have the title fight between Charles and Islam coming up. Beneil Dariush fighting Gamrot, and Poirier is supposedly going to fight Chandler later this year. How do you see the rest of the division playing out by the end of the year?
With the nose surgery, if I went away, one thing the fighters have to always understand is this sport will always go on as it is. They need you, but they don't need you, and that's the best part about the sport. Fighting is so exciting. Chance, skill, anything can happen at any moment, and that's why we're such big fans. So those fights need to play out. I have no idea how they're going to go. I'm 100% confident that Islam will not dominate Charles, and that's about it.
What makes you say you're sure he won't dominate him? Obviously, that's something we've seen from him so far in his career.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. That's what I feel. The last time I stepped in there with him, there's no way that it's going to be a great fight. I wish I was there. I wish it wasn't in Abu Dhabi so I could be there. But you guys we're all in for a treat.
Do you think that's just going to be a clash of both of them with the forward pressure? They both like to move forward at all costs.
I don't know. I think Charles is going to move forward. I don't see, Islam's going to try, and eventually he might be successful. And if he is, he'll win. But I don't see him tiring him out. even if he takes him down for the first 2 rounds, I don't see Charles getting submitted.
UFC 278 went down last night in Salt Lake City, and we had some great matchups. Jose Aldo took on Merab Valashvili in an attempt to keep his title shot dream alive. However, Merab would take the victory via unanimous decision. In his post-fight interview, here's what Merab had to say.
I feel very comfortable. He's legend. He's a great striker, like a classic boxer with a good kick. But I was very comfortable. I train with high-level guys all the time, and I always believe my strike. But because it's much easier to take people down and stay on top. And like I said before, show the judges, make judges' job easy.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the takedowns. You were unable to take Jose down the way you have other opponents. Were you surprised by his takedown defense at all?
Actually, I was surprised. He has a good wrestling defense, in the middle of the cage, and against the cage, he was very technical. How he was using his leg. And also same time I was keep him there, and I don't spend too much energy. Maybe if I try really hard, maybe I can take him down, but I don't wanna who knows where fights will bring us, and I don't wanna waste too much energy. I was doing smart, this is sports, and we don't have to always do crazy. We have to just win.
What did you guys think about this fight, and what's next for Jose Aldo? Let us know in the comments. Paulo Costa took on Luke Rockhold in the co-main event of UFC 278. The pair had a great fight and even earned a Fight of the Night performance bonus. Luke Rockhold showed heart and courage in his octagon return. However, it was not enough, as Costa took the victory via unanimous decision. During the fight, Costa didn't initially notice that Rockhold had intentionally rubbed his face on him at the end of round 3, but had this to say about Rockhold's actions.
Paulo, right over here, what was going through your mind when you were getting all that blood smeared on your face? Because it looked like you were laughing.
Man, I didn't see in the moment of the fight. I just felt something. I felt something on my face, but I was so preocupado.
I was so worried
I was worried on block his arms to not got a elbow on the face and punch. But I felt something, But now when I saw, it's very disgusting scene. It's very weird moment. I saw the moment that Romero kissed him after beat him as well. This is the way my saying? Weird moment that I haven't seen, but this beat that moment. So I don't know what Hockhold did that. Maybe he was so frustrated, right? Maybe angry because he was lost in the fight.
All right.
But I take a very long shower after the fight.
The main event of UFC 278 saw Leon Edwards challenge Kamaru Usman for the welterweight title. The fight started off strong for Edwards after taking Usman down in the first round and even taking his back. However, the following rounds did not go in Edwards' favor as he was out-grappled and seemed to have lost all confidence. By the 5th round, Usman looked as if he was going to take the unanimous decision win after a dominating performance. But out of nowhere, Leon Edwards stunned the UFC world with a powerful head kick to Usman, sending the Nigerian Nightmare to the canvas unconscious and becoming the new welterweight champion. Here's what Edwards had to say.
It's hard to put into words, and that's the reason why I brought down in the octagon, because it all just came down. Everyone's seen my path, everyone knows my path and how it went, and I've been saying all week that I believe that was the way it was meant to go, to build me into the man I am today, build my mental toughness. And even though that was one of my worst performances, I did not feel good in there tonight, and I went out there and knocked out the pound for pound, so it is what it is.
Round 1, you get a takedown, you're in mount, you're in back control. I mean, at that point, are you thinking, oh, this is my night, I'm walking away with the title in round 1?
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the things that we drove, and I said it all week. It wasn't going to be a striker versus wrestler match, It was going to be a mixed martial arts match, and sorry, I lost my voice. Oh, just crying. Yeah, it would be a mixed martial arts match, and just I did. I got the takedown and I got the back. I need to sharpen up on my finishing. We was drilling it all camp, but he did a good job defending the neck, and going into it, I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I said it all week. He is good, you know, but I believe that I was a better man. And even though that was one of my worst performances, it is what it is. Got a clean finish.
What did you guys think of the fight? Were you shocked when Usman hit the canvas? Let us know in the comment section below. In the UFC 278 post-fight press conference, Dana White had this to say about Kamaru Usman's KO defeat to Leon Edwards.
Yeah, I thought that Usman fought the perfect fight. And it was crazy because I was listening to the commentary, and Rogan and Anik and DC were dead on with everything that they were saying on what Edwards needed to do and what he should be doing. And as soon as they were saying it, literally lands the head kick. And yeah.
It's kind of hard to contextualize like the entire history of the UFC in one moment, but is that one of the most shocking finishes to a title fight that you ever remember?
Yeah, I mean, you think of everything that was on the line for Usman tonight, and you know, and Usman fought with absolute and total confidence all night. Fought the perfect fight. You know, might not be the most fan-friendly, you know, style, but he was landing big shots to the body, big shots to the head, elbows. You know, couldn't have fought a more perfect fight till the last minute.
It's crazy, right? Anderson Silva's record stays secure. I mean, what does that say to you? Like, you know, how difficult it is to win 16 fights in a row in the UFC?
Well, it's how crazy the sport is. I was talking, it's what makes this sport the greatest sport in the world.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.